Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this morning news report right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. NYC prepares for unusual New Year's Eve in Times Square. It'll look very different because of coronavirus. Usually, 1 million people pack Times Square on New Year's Eve, but this is not a usual year. This is a different year. There's not going to be any people allowed there Thursday night due to the coronavirus pandemic. Street closures have already gone into effect, but by 3 p.m., they'll have all of Times Square closed from 41st to 49th and 6th to 8th Avenue. The NYPD says since there's not going to be any spectators allowed, they've reduced the number of cops normally here by 80%. However, that still means hundreds of police officers in Times Square moving people along, making sure nobody stops to try and sneak a peek. They are urging you to stay home and watch it on TV. If you think you're going to be able to stand there and watch the ball, you're mistaken. Chief of Department Terrence Mohan said, "Don't come. Watch it on home. It'll be a spectacular television show. Next year, we'll all gather together and we'll fill Times Square. But this year, don't even attempt to come down and watch down here to watch it in person." In any event, the crystal ball is in place. The entertainment is booked. You'll just have to watch it on TV for just this year. And let's take a listen to this video about the security on New Year's Eve from Kimberly Richardson from ABC7NY. Let's take a listen to that video.
He's finally asleep. Sometimes you need to take a moment for yourself. Instacart is here to help take grocery shopping off your plate. Choose which store to shop from, what items you need, and a shopper will safely deliver them contact-free in as fast as 2 hours. So while you recharge, your kitchen gets safely restocked. Go to Instacart.com or download the app to get free delivery on your first order using the code ORDERTODAY.
We are counting down to the new year as preparations get underway for the virtual New Year's Eve celebration. A series of measures are rolling out to keep the holiday safe and secure. At midnight, road closures will take effect along the streets surrounding Times Square. The celebration is not open to the public, so the streets will also be closed to pedestrians. Police are also putting the finishing touches on their security game plan for the big night. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson is live outside police headquarters in Lower Manhattan with more. Ken.
Well, Charlene, much of the planning for tomorrow night's extravaganza happens here. Months of coordinating in terms of who goes where and why. Just moments ago, top brass here at the NYPD, they were as crystal clear as the big ball itself, telling people to stay home, that officers will not allow you to gather in Times Square. It does feel off. After all, this has been a tradition since 1904, every year except two during World War II. Thousands gathering in Times Square to ring in the new year. year. And even as we still deal with restrictions due to COVID, organizers of the big event were committed to making sure the show goes on. Again, you will not be able to walk or drive in the area around Times Square starting tonight at midnight. There will be a small group of invited guests, which include first responders and essential workers. As in years past, the NYPD is taking a multi-layered approach utilizing specialized officers, canine units, both above and below ground in the subways. Chief Terrence Monahan acknowledges this year is so different for so many reasons, and again is asking people to celebrate safely at home and then ring in 2022 in person, in style.
Anyone that starts to gather, they're going to be told to move along. We are not going to allow people to stand on the street corner, stare up. Our cops under Chief Hughes are going to be out there moving them along consistently. Don't come. Because the footprint's a lot smaller, we're not expecting 100,000 or 1 million people in the area. Much less cops will have to work in the Times Square. It's approximately an 80% reduction in the cops that are coming into Times Square, which allows us to put them out in the rest of the city where they're needed.
Okay, and the really, really important information, the details, the live performances. You're going to see J-Lo. Audra Day will appropriately sing her hit, Rise Up, and Gloria Gaynor will perform what really has become an anthem for so many of us for 2020 and 2021, her hit, I Will Survive.
Okay, and there you go. So again, people in New York City, do not go there. Watch it at home. And that does it for this morning news report right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye, everyone.